Call it what you will, damage control, spin doctoring, genie bottle maintenance. But boy, oh boy, the Trump administration is doing everything it can to make sure that the full disclosure of the Epstein files never happens. That's the subject of our stunning featured story today. Comes from This Week with George Stephanopoulos just earlier this morning, where he was joined by Deputy Attorney General Todd, the truth makes me Blanche, and the bombshell, better yet, dodgeball that he dropped. You got to see to believe. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. Please hit that subscribe button if you think that the First Lady puts the buff in movie buff.
And first of all, I want to say congratulations to Mrs. Trump, our beautiful, wonderful, classy First Lady, on the debut of her documentary film. I know that it's a blockbuster movie in theaters now, and it's a really a great example of what the First Lady is truly like behind the scenes, and she has a great influence on the president.
Yeah, when it comes to the Epstein files, evasion and minimalization goes all the way from the top chuckleheads.
I saw it reported today, and it's completely fake news. We're not meeting to talk about the Epstein situation, and I think the reporter who reported it needs to get better sources.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax.
All the way to the lowest of the low chuckleheads.
Let's not get our knickers in a twist here. There's
yeah,
no
let's not
punishment
get our
for this.
knickers in a twist over child rape. Why are you talking like that? It's insane.
Jeez, I think that's the clip of the year so far. I love Lee McGowan, and any chance to play that clip we're going to take. Yes, the condescending Republican dweeb brigade assigned to run interference on the president's personal involvement in one of the most heinous institutional, secret societal organizations of evil the human mind could ever wish it couldn't imagine. Well, as the Bee Gees said. And so, the lead dweeb, Trump personal attorney in Congress, confirmed Assistant Attorney General of the United States, he showed up today on George Stephanopoulos to further try to advance this party line.
Like, for instance, today we're building the biggest ships in the world, most powerful ships in the world, and they're asking me questions about Jeffrey Epstein. I thought that was finished. I believe they gave over 100,000 pages of documents.
Now, there's just one thing that bothers me, sir. Sir. I thought you said it was a hoax.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax.
Is it possible you're not telling the truth about this? Well, our featured stunning admission from Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche earlier today, well, it's on the other side of this illuminating interview we just uncovered between Steve Bannon and the late Jeffrey Epstein.
You're telling me here, truthfully, that it never hit you at all of how you'd ended up in a place where you had to make a collect phone call from a jail cell that was 6x9 with a steel bed and your food being passed in through a slot. Never struck you about how to end up in a situation like this?
No, that would be probably means I would be too self-aware.
You're telling me that during that day, you never had a moment. You sat there and go, what the fuck have I done with my life that I'm in a 6x9 jail cell when I should be on a trading desk, or I should be in my $250 million greatest townhouse in New York City, taking calls from the King of Saudi Arabia, the President of China, the head of Russia, the President of the United States, to save the world's population from a financial debacle. You honestly expect me to believe that that never happened?
You're suggesting I was somewhat depressed, and how could this happen to me?
I'm not saying depressed. I'm saying a moment of awareness of how could I get myself into this situation.
No, I would just say how strange that this happens. It's strange.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question.
Do
you think you're the devil himself?
No, the devil scares me.
Satan is at the number 1 or 2 archangel, and the reason he goes to hell and leads the rebellion is because he can't be the top guy. And his thing is, I'd rather reign in hell than serve in heaven.
I saw that in a movie once called American Dharma. I don't remember who said it. Okay, we have to go.
Okay, good.
Okay, Jagger, you asked for it. Here comes our featured clip of the day. It comes from This Week with George Stephanopoulos earlier this morning over on ABC as Todd The idea of the president getting caught with his pants down finally makes me blanch. Blanche stepped into the line of fire. Thank you, Jagger. That was your joke. With this most controversial declaration, and believe me, it ain't going to work.
We're joined now by the Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche. Mr. Blanche, thank you for joining us this morning. As you know, your release on Friday has already received a response from the victims, from Jeffrey Epstein's victims. I want to show the statement right now. It says, survivors are having their names and identifying information exposed while the men who abuse us remain hidden and protected. This is outrageous. The Justice Department cannot claim it is finishing releasing files until every legally required document is released and every abuser and enabler is fully exposed. Will there be more releases?
I mean, look, first of all, we took great pains, as I explained on Friday, to make sure that we protected victims. This was we are talking about a review of 3.5 million pieces of paper that were released on Friday. Every time we hear from a victim or their lawyer that they believe that their name was not properly redacted, we immediately rectify that. And the numbers we're talking about, just so the American people understand, we're talking about 0.001% of all the materials. And we knew this. I said this on Friday, that of course the nature of this type of review was the volume of materials that were reviewed, that there would be times when this happened. And so we're working hard to make sure that we fix that, and I expect that will continue.
Will more documents be released?
We have released, there are a small number of documents, as I said on Friday, that we're waiting for a judge to say we're allowed to release because of a protective order. But this review is over. I mean, we reviewed over 6 million pieces of paper, thousands of videos, tens of thousands of images, and which is what the statute required us to do.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax.
You know, they say there are no coincidences in life, and well, if that's true, we're going to leave you with this haunting clip from that interview that we showed you earlier between Jeffrey Epstein and Steve Bannon. Peas in a pod. Well, this is some serious foreshadowing of his ultimate fate. Please like, share, and by all means take care.
The question you want to ask is, who was the other call to?
Okay. Who was the other call to?
The other call was to my friend at J.P. Morgan, who was then, I didn't know it at the time, trying to buy Bear Stearns. So at one point, I had 2 phones. It was difficult because they're afraid people are going to hang themselves with the phone cord. So they don't actually come together and they're pretty short. So I was actually going between 2 phones talking to Bear Stearns and JP Morgan at the same time.